Maytag electric washing machines at an exhibition and sale of appliances, Washington, D.C., 1926. Polish women in traditional clothing. A salesman has his motorized roller skates refueled, Connecticut, 1961. The day Niagara Falls stopped. Who would have thought that the desert cliff captured in this photograph is Niagara Falls, which spouts more than 60,000 gallons of water every second? On the 12th of June 1969, for the first time in its 12,000 years of existence, Alfred Hitchcock laying down in the Thames in search of inspiration, UK, 1958. Argentavis is possibly the largest bird that has ever lived on Earth. A U.S. Air Force lieutenant is captured by a young girl soldier in North Vietnam, 1967. A fireman from the London Fire Brigade, wearing a smoke helmet, 1908. A lazy Sunday afternoon, 1908. 12 and 14-year-old boys packing cones at the workshop of sanitary ice cream cone, Oklahoma, 1917. Gold miner panning the dirt at his cabin in the sea, 1910s. An East Tennessee mountain family at their cabin, 1890s. An officer halts traffic to make way for a kid carrying a kitten across the street, 1925. Sherwood logging camp, 1900. A portrait of a family standing in the doorway of their home, 1920s. Junk men with waste paper, New York, 1941. A family at their newly built log cabin in Knott County, Kentucky, 1914. New York, 1935. Workers reinstall clock at the information booth in Grand Central, New York, 1954. Motorcycle racers, 1941. Newsboy sells papers on a cold winter street. Mrs. Dyson in her kitchen, St. Mary's County, Maryland in 1940. A couple with a Ford Model T in the early 1900s. Woman's in a car, 1906. A policeman on a Harley and an old mobile holding cell, 19-1. A couple enjoying a cable ride on a Sunday afternoon, 19-3. A zookeeper helps a penguin take a shower with a watering can, 1930. Willard Scott is the author and performer of the first Ronald McDonald, 1963. Frozen Niagara Falls. The real Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh, prototypes of famous fairy tale characters. 1926 to 1928. Photo with Santa Claus, 1900s. During World War I, the U.S. government and War Department asked women to stop using cassettes and switch to bras, which saved 28,000 tons of steel and popularized bras. New car in South Richmond, Virginia, 1938. Daredevil Jamie Reynolds in 1917. Henry Ford drives his first automobile, 1896. Texaco Station, General Store and Post Office, 1940s. A family in front of their sod house in Custer County, Nebraska, 1887. Steelworker touching the tip of the Chrysler Building during the construction of the Empire State Building, 1931. An East End fairground, 1900. Imagine that his mother and son photo, Ireland, 1890. A rainy day in Pittsburgh, 1941. An 1850 photograph of gold panners during the California Gold Rush. Driver of combine threshing oats, 1940. Witches from 1875. Happy Halloween. A farm family after the evening meal, 1940. Mother and child in the kitchen, 1910. Some of the first Volkswagen Beetles produced in West Germany, 1945. A man changes a tire on his Model T Coupe, 1927. Studebaker Motor Car and Repair Shop with Garage Mechanic, San Francisco, 1915. Newsgirl and Newsboy, New York, 1896. Teacher Tandy Huckabee at the Palmetto covered one-room school near Taylor Creek and Lake Okeechobee, Florida in the 1890s. J.W. Waldron Smith and Bicycle Works in Brighton, England, c. 1900. An Old West saloon with a tough-looking clientele. Cowboy Barber Shop in Valley County, Montana, 1906. Looking down Main Street of the rugged Wild West town of Deadwood, Dakota Territory, 1877. With this photo I finished today's video. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to put likes and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.